most Sundays, Usha will come with me to church. As I've told her, and I've said publicly, and I'll say now in front of 10,000 of my closest friends, do I hope eventually that she is somehow moved by the same thing that I was moved in by church? Yeah, I honestly do wish that, because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way. But if she doesn't, then God says everybody has free will, and so that doesn't cause a problem for me.
Vice President Vance, thank you for what you communicated. By what you communicated, 1, you're a Christian. 2, your wife is Hindu. 3, you would like for your wife to become Christian. 4, if your wife doesn't become Christian, you're okay with that. And the reason 5 is because God says everybody has free will. Vice President Vance, I have a question for you to honestly answer. Why is it that the Republican leadership right now has created a fervency of Christian nationalism for those individuals that, 1, are not Christian, that there's more of a negative response to them, such as Muslims. 2, that they're even negative towards Christians that they don't believe are the same Christian that they are. So as an example, you and I know that there are millions of Republican Christians and there are millions of Democrat Christians. Yet, these Christians over here, for some reason, are doing this as if they're better Christians, higher value Christians. I think it's interesting that as Christians, you and me are both Christians, we talk about, first of all, I hear a lot about thoughts and prayers. So when there's a mass shooting, thoughts and prayers are the first thing. This side says, let's do some regulation about that so that at least there's less guns and we're controlling who has guns. But the Republican leadership just flat out says no. Always guns. Over here, they talk about women's rights, women's choice regarding abortion, having a baby or not having a baby. And saying, let's have choices where people can have choices. Republican leadership, nope, no matter what, only one way, flat out. You're talking about free will from the Christian God that we serve, but you're, as a Republican leadership in legislation, there's not any of that choice as you're talking about. Because you see, you're talking about what religion to be. And you're saying that God believes in free will. God doesn't believe in just one free will and only serving him, because we're really talking about serving God and not serving God. God believes in free will in everything. So why is it that you haven't taken more of a stance regarding this issue just like you did? Because your comments really fit the United States Constitution regarding the freedom of religion in the United States.